welcome back to lesson 2 for second grade math. And today we're going to be dealing with missing numbers. So once again, we're going to be doing the problems that are highlighted in purple. So let's get started. I'm just going to zoom in a little. All right, so for number 1, we have 2 plus a number is equal to 5. So when finding missing numbers right here, we have to look at this sign and simply do the opposite. So the opposite of addition is subtraction. And what we are subtracting is this number right here to both sides. So 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. And we're doing that simply to cancel it out. And what we do to one side, we have to do the same thing to the other side. So 5 minus 2. What's 5 minus 2, everyone? 3. Great job, guys. And this number right here belongs into this spot. And there you go, we have our answer. But before we can move on to the next question, we have to first check to see if we have the right answer. So 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. There you go, we have the right answer. Okay, guys, we're moving on to question number 6. So, since this number right here is bigger than this number, we have to look at the sign that's in front of this number right here. And we can simply imply that 13 is a positive number because it's the opposite of negative 13. And as before, we have to do the opposite of whatever this sign is. So the opposite of addition is subtraction. So we can subtract 13 to both sides in order to cancel this side out. Cancels it out. And what we do to one side, we have to do the same thing to the other side. So we do 8 minus 13. 8 minus 13 is negative 5. Great job, guys. But we're not done yet. We still have to find the missing number. So we have negative number minus negative 5. Well, in order for these to be equivalent, the number that belongs here is 5. These symbols can cancel out. So we have our answer here. But before we move on, we have to check and see if this is the correct answer. So 13 minus 5 equals 8. Great job, guys. Okay, everyone, we're moving on to question number 9. And for this question, we're going to solve a little bit differently. So if you guys have difficulty with finding the missing numbers, an easy way to solve for the answer is to think of it as coins or simply any object. So for number 9, we have to deal with 17 minus 9. So I'm going to be drawing 17 coins. Alright, so we have 17 coins here, and what we're dealing with is subtraction. So we want to subtract 9 coins from these 17 coins over here. So you're going to take away 9 coins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alrighty, so we took away 9 coins. And let's count how many we have left. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 coins left. So since we subtracted 9 coins from 17 and we have 8 left, this is the answer right here. And if you do the opposite, you can do the opposite to check your work. So 8 plus 9 is equal to 17. Alrighty, once again, just leave a comment if you guys have any more questions, and now we're going to be moving on. So we still have to find the missing numbers right here, but instead we are dealing with patterns. So let's start off with number 1. Alright, so first we have to establish what the pattern is in this set. So what do you think the pattern is? Well, it's going by ones. So we have 1, 2, 2 to 3, And since it's going up by 1, the pattern is simply adding by 1. So 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. There you go, we have the pattern. Alright, and then we're going to skip over to number 5. Once again, we have to start with establishing the pattern in this set. So, I see that we are going lower in numbers. And when you're going lower in numbers, that simply means subtraction. Now, what do you think the number that we're subtracting by is? Well, 100 minus 95 is 5. So we're subtracting by 5. So let's see if that pattern still exists with the next numbers. So 95 minus 5 is 90. There you go, we have the pattern. So 90 minus 5 is 85. 85 minus 5 is 80. And the last number here, 80 minus 5 is 75. Yay, we found the pattern. Alrighty. So now we're moving on to number 12. Ooh, I noticed that the numbers here are going up instead of going down. And so when we go up, that means we're adding. So now that we figured out if we're adding or subtracting, we have to find out the pattern that it's going by. So we can do that by simply subtracting the number that's next to 25 to find out the pattern. So 35 minus 25 is, 5 minus 5 is 0. 3 minus 2 is 1. So we are simply adding by 10. Let's see if that rule still applies with the same numbers. So 35 plus 10. Let's see what that is. 5, 4, it's 45. So it matches up. So now we know that the pattern is adding by tenths. So 45 plus 10 is 55. 55 plus 10 is 65. And the last number, 65 plus 10 is 75. Yay, you guys did it. Awesome job. Next up, we have to circle groups of tens and write down how many groups there are in the question. So let's start off with number 2. Since we have to circle groups of 10, we are counting by tens. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we can circle that because that is one set of 10. One group of 10, I mean. And then we're going to count another group of 10 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alrighty, so we have another group of 10 that we're going to circle. Alright, and then we're going to count another group of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alrighty, so I believe that is our last group of 10. Now it says write how many groups there are. So in number 2, we have to count how many groups of 10 we have. So this is one group of 10, another group of 10, and the last group of 10. So we have 3 groups of 10 right here. Alright guys, we're moving on to word problems. Now I know a lot of you guys don't like word problems because they seem a bit intimidating, but I promise you guys, once you guys figure them out, it's super easy. So let's get started off with number 3, and I'm going to first start off by reading off the question. Alright, so there are 28 birds in total at the park. Now it's important to mark or underline and highlight the important text of the problem so that it's easier to solve. Alrighty, so next we have 14 birds are blue. 14 birds are blue, and the rest of them are red. Now the question is asking, how many birds are red? Alrighty, so first let's start off with the information that is given to us. We know that there are 28 birds in total, and 14 of them happen to be blue, but the question is asking for the numbers of birds that are red. So we are simply dealing with subtraction over here. So we have 28 in total, and we have to subtract 14, which is the amount of blue birds that are at the park, from 28, because that is the total number of birds at the park, in order to find out what this number is right here. Alright, 28 minus 14, 8 minus 4 is 4, 2 minus 1 is 1. So it looks like there are 14 birds that are red in the park. Now remember, it's important to label the units of your answer. Now we have to check if this answer is correct. So we can add 14 red birds plus the 14 blue birds and see if we get 28, which is the total number of birds at the park. 14 plus 14, 4 plus 4 is 8, 1 plus 1 is 2. And there you have it, we have the right answer, 14 red birds. Awesome job, everyone. Okay, so now we're moving on to question number 5. So Jason ate 12 slices of pizza, and John ate only 8 slices of pizza. And the question is asking, how many more did Jason eat? Okay, so if we compare the numbers of slices that Jason and John ate, Jason definitely ate more. Jason ate 12 slices, whereas John ate only 8 slices. Now, since it's asking how many more did Jason eat, we're going to simply subtract 12 minus 8 to get this number that we're looking for. 12 minus 8 is 4. Alright, now before moving on, we have to first check and see if that's the correct answer. 8 plus 4 is 12. And there you go. Jason ate 4 more slices than John. And once again, you have to label. So Jason ate 4 more slices than John. So that was the end of the lesson. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, please leave a comment down below if you guys have any more questions on any of the problems, and we'll reach out to you guys very soon. Bye, everyone.